Hi YouTubers and YouTube land, this is Chris from OCG, Obsessive Console Gamers. What I wanted to show you today is what happens when you play Silent Hill on a Dreamcast. I know what you're thinking, why would you want to play Silent Hill on a Dreamcast? Well, the reason for that is because it scrambles dialogue, spoken dialogue between characters. So in this case, the spoken dialogue between Harry Mason, who's this little guy here, and Sybil Bennett, who's the policewoman within the Silent Hill universe. So the reason I'm showing this footage right now is for those who have never played Silent Hill or seen it before. So this is going to act as a comparison. What's on screen now is the PlayStation footage of Silent Hill. So there's going to be nothing special about this footage, but it's just going to act as a comparison so that when I show you the Dreamcast footage you can actually see the difference between the two. So all I'm going to do now is just go through quickly the intro here of the game, which I'm sure those of you know who have already played it. You pretty much just have to get to the end of the hallway and then you end up dying no matter what happens. These little gremlin like things come after you and kill you, and then that's that. So just waiting for that sequence to cut in.
What is this?
The guy looks like he's had a bad day. And then just wait for these little gremlin guys to come along, and there we go. So what's important is the scene that's about to kick in the cafe between Harry Mason and Sybil Bennett. So I'm going to be quiet now and you can just see it for yourself.
Was I dreaming?
How do you feel?
Oh, like I've been run over by a truck. But I'm alright, I guess.
Glad to hear it. You from around here? Why don't you tell me what happened?
Wait a second, I'm just a tourist. I came here for a vacation. I just got here. I don't know what happened. I'd like to find out myself.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen a little girl? Just turned 7 last month, short, black hair. My daughter.
Sorry. The only person I've seen in this town is you.
Where is everybody?
I'd tell you if I knew, believe me. But from what I can tell, something bizarre's going on. That's all I know. What's your name?
Harry. Harry Mason.
Sybil Bennett. I'm a police officer from Brams, the next town over. The phones are all dead, and the radio too. I'm going back to call in some reinforcements. Hold it. Where do you think you're going?
My daughter. I've got to find her.
No way. It's dangerous out there.
In that case, I need to find her now. Cheryl's my little girl. I can't just leave her out there by herself.
Have you got a gun?
No.
Take this, and hope you don't have to use it. Now listen to me. Before you pull the trigger, know who you're shooting. And don't do it unless you have to. And don't go blasting me by mistake. Got it?
Yeah, thanks.
You do best to stay nearby. I'll be back with help as quick as I can.
Okay, so that's it. I'm just going to pause the footage now. So, as you saw, that was just the dialogue between Sybil Bennett and Harry Mason, and that's how it should play when played correctly on a PlayStation. So, for those who have already seen this footage, you're most likely going to skip through this and just want to go and see the Dreamcast footage, which is in the second half of this video, which we'll go in shortly. Hi and welcome back to Silent Hill on Dreamcast. This is part 2 of the video with the featured Dreamcast footage. As you can tell, it looks a lot different from how it is on the PlayStation. The character models are a bit smoothed out. It has this white box around Harry Mason now, as you can see. Certain bits in the game that's supposed to be like alpha mass, like this blood bit here over on the floor, have like white boxes around it, and there's just some general weird artifacts in the game. But that's not really what's important. What's important, as I mentioned, was the spoken dialogue between Sybil Bennett and Harry Mason in the diner, which we're going to get to shortly. I just wanted to mention real quickly, though, that if there are any CG cutscenes within this game, that I'm just going to skip them because they're not important to this video and they don't play correctly at all anyway. They're going to be really messed up. So if you see any cutscenes like that are scrambled, then you know why. Okay, without any further ado, let's just get to it, shall we? So I'm just going to go down the hallway like I did before to initialize the bit where you get to the end and you end up dying. There's one of those classic cutscenes there, as I mentioned, a bit messed up, scrambled. Okay, there we go. Carry on down this hallway again. Might help if I can actually, there we go. Doesn't feel quite right when you're playing with the Dreamcast controller, I have to admit. Okay, carrying on. Although I will admit, this portion of the game looks pretty flawless at the moment. And carry on down the end again. There's our friend, just hanging around still.
This? What's going on here? What?
And then there we go. In come my little friends. And then it should now, yep, start the diner scene. So I'm going to shut up now so you can see it for yourself and see the scrambled, crazy dialogue that goes on.
Was I dreaming?
How do you feel? What's your name?
Oh, like I've been run over by a truck. But I'm alright, I guess.
Glad to hear it. Uh-huh. You from around here? Why don't you tell me what happened before...
Wait a second, I'm just a tourist.
I'd tell you if
I came here for a vacation. I just got here.
And don't go blasting me.
I don't know what happened. I'd like to find out myself.
That's all I know.
Have you seen a little girl? Where is Just turned 7 last month. Short, black hair. My daughter, Harry.
Sorry. Daddy? The only person I've seen in this town is you.
I don't... Where is everybody?
Sybil Bennett. I'd tell you if I knew, believe me. But from what I can tell, something bizarre's going on. That's all I know. Have you got a gun? No way. What's your name? Sorry.
Harry. Harry Mason.
Sybil Bennett. I'm a police officer from Brams, the next town over.
What's going on?
The phones are all dead, and the radio too. I'm going back to call in some reinforcements.
Was I dreaming?
The path. Hold it. Where do you think you're going?
My daughter. I've got to find her.
It's dangerous. No way. Got it? It's dangerous out there.
Where are you going? In that case, I need to find her now. Cheryl's my little girl.
Hold it.
I can't just leave her out there by herself. Yeah.
Have you got a gun?
This is... no.
Glad to hear it. Take this, and hope you don't have to use it. The only person I've seen... Now listen to me.
What's...
Before you pull the trigger, know who you're shooting. I'm going back to Collins. And don't do it unless you have to.
I'd like to...
And don't go blasting me by mistake.
Have you...
Got it? I've been...
Yeah, thanks. Hey, wait!
You do best to stay nearby. I'll be back with help as quick as I can.
Okay, there you have it. I'm just going to pause it right here. I think you'll agree the spoken footage there between Sybil Bennett and Harry Mason was pretty damn funny at times. As I've mentioned before, all of this footage is literally how the game just plays. There's no editing whatsoever. This is just how the game plays when it's a PS1 copy of Silent Hill is put in a Dreamcast. Like I say, at times it's quite funny when, like, Sybil Bennett, for instance, is mentioning, like, do you have a gun? And he's like, no, I don't have a gun. She's like, oh, good, glad to hear it. You know, things like that. It's just quite funny when stuff like that just occurs. So I hope you liked this video. You found it quite funny, quite entertaining. I'm glad I was finally able to get this footage up because it's been in the process of doing this for quite a while now, and I had some technical difficulties with my Dreamcast in between, which sort of delayed getting this video up, so I'm glad I was finally able to get it finished. So just a real quick thing I want to mention, I did a video review of Super Castlevania 4, which if you haven't seen it, then check that out. That's in the dialogue box below this video. So if you like what you saw, then like, comment and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Until next time.